Avatar: Way of Water.
Go on, Rob.
Which,
hit me with this. Hit me with. Because I haven't seen this yet, so I want to hear what you've
which
got
you may
to
have
say.
heard of. We all know about Avatar like 15 years ago. So the plot for this one is something happens where the main family, because they've got kids now, basically Jake Sully, and they've got a little family unit now. They have to move on, and they join sort of miles away this sort of like a water tribe. And the Na'vi at the water tribe look very, very similar, really. They're slightly paler. They've got little differences. Their tail's a bit more like a fish tail, and their forearms got more of like a gill type. There's little cosmetic differences there. And obviously bad guys and those pesky humans turn up again and start causing trouble, and you need and you need, well, it's not unobtainium, there's a new thing now they have to get instead.
I heard unobtainium is actually a real word, it wasn't just made up for Avatar.
I've heard that, I've not checked if that's true or not.
Yeah,
and then you've got your big action sequence at the end. I saw it in 3D.
Okay.
It's like 3 hours, 50 minutes. So from a technical point of view, it's very, very impressive. I mean, the 3D I found was really immersive. There's a lot of blueness, and with it being water-based and blue characters. So it's all out of the forests, really. And it's, shoals of, well, not fish, and they're not whales or whatever this planet's sea life creatures
Dolphin.
are.
Yeah.
But they're all beautifully realised. They all look photorealistic. All that stuff is super impressive. Did you know Sigourney Weaver plays like a young child in it?
I did hear this.
She's like a 13-year-old.
I have to ask Rob, why? So these are all mo-capped people, aren't they? Why don't they just CGI the whole lot? So instead of getting, Sigourney Weaver to learn to hold a breath for 5 minutes, why don't they just CGI everything? Is it still that uncanny valley thing?
I guess it's the movement in underwater. So if you've got an actor moving underwater, that fluidity that an animator can't put on it. I guess it's why the difference between watching an animated film, like a cartoony character type thing, where as opposed to like this, which is they're alien creatures in an alien world, but you just buy them as real. You don't think of it. You don't think about it like you're watching an animated film. You're just watching a film. So it's photorealistic as far as obviously these aren't real people, so I guess that's what those alien things are meant to look like. But everything looked completely believable. I mean, stuff like water, which affects fire and water and hair and all these sort of things, which effects of CGI I've always had trouble with, completely seamless. It's just you just buy it as water. Yeah, the Sigourney Weaver thing is really clever because she's not playing Sigourney Weaver's character. There is a reason why they cast her. I won't spoil it, but
okay,
it's really interesting because you just think, at some point are they going to get an actor to? And the next step away from just being the Na'vi like CGI blue people is, well, they get an actor to play their own to a character, so you'd be like, look like you a bit.
So do you mean
so
like, I don't know, like will they get Bruce Willis, because he's not well anymore, is he? Will they get will they CGI Bruce Willis?
Like Looper. Like the film Looper, people, they'll make that in the future, but they'll just have the one actor playing both ages. I love the fact that cinema as a spectacle, what's going to get you off your backside into a cinema.
Yeah.
It's a big movie. I'm really glad I saw it on a big screen in 3D. I think it'd be really diminished. I think a lot of its faults would be a lot more apparent when you watched it on a small screen. And I love the fact it's like cinema for all ages. There's action in it, but it's nothing. There's nothing there that would upset a child. I mean, there's things like some of the Marvel films are a lot more violent than this.
Okay.
So it's got action in it. It's got beauty. It's got spectacle in it. It's got a message in it. It's original in the sense of, well, it sounds like an odd thing to say because obviously it's a sequel, so it's not original. But it's original in the sense it's not a Marvel superhero movie.
Yeah, its own IP, isn't it? Yeah.
So it gives you something different. There's a lot of good things about it.
Is there a bus coming here?
It is too long. I didn't feel numb bum, but I did feel like it could have been a bit tighter. There's some bits with a whale in the middle that go on a little bit too long, and I think they could trim that.
Okay.
I think a bit like the first one, it hits very similar beats to the first one.
No, I like the first film. I must admit, I have watched it for a while.
Like in the first one where you've got all the Na'vi are good, all the humans are bad.
Yeah.
And the second one does a similar thing, and he said he's going to address that in the third one and flip it on its head. And It's about time, because that's the same problem with this. It just seems like all the humans from Earth are all bad. Some of the, I mean, he's got a family, and the Na'vi, they do look a bit samey.
Is it that thing? I heard it was like it became a teen high school drama type thing. Kids got to fit in, and they got to prove themselves.
There's a lot of that sort of stuff. So where the first one was all about Jake's point of view, and that him being able to walk again and experience this world. A lot of it is the teenager's point of view, and then trying to get on with these different kids and stuff like that. And you can see it is like it's parallels to high school stuff.
Now,
I didn't mind that stuff though, because I think that's I'm just admiring it as like it's like a family film, and so I can see how it appeals to teenagers, and they've got a little kid for a little kid to appeal to, and you've got adults. And in terms of a retread, it's very similar to the first one, and you've got there's sort of army grunts that come get some, pump 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 with a gun. All those people walking around in mech suits, that's all a bit similar. They're sticking them learning. In the first one, there's a lot of that stuff where here's these horses, and you have to connect it with your tail.
The flying,
and there's those flying beasts, you have to connect it with your tail.
Yeah,
well, all that stuff now is water flying thing, and you need to connect it with your tail.
It's a whale,
So it's doing similar things that you've seen them do before. And there's a whole sequence at the end, which is a great action sequence, but it's like a vessel type ship thing that's sinking, and they're trying to get out of the sinking thing, and the rooms are upside down, and there's pockets of water, and it's all a bit like, well, you've done mech suits a few times now, you've done these grunts in Aliens and
Titanic.
Pockets of water on a sinking ship's now Titanic, and it feels like it's sort of treading water. Ha ha ha.
Yes, good dad jokes there.
In a few places.
Now, I do want to watch this. I haven't had a chance yet, because Christmas was busy, and it's been busy coming back to work.
Definitely worth seeing. I think if you're interested, anyone's curious whether it's worth seeing the second one, I think it's really dependent on how much you like the first one. I like the first one. I think it's good fun. I think it's good bit of sci-fi fantasy type cinema, really. So I like the first one, and I like the second one. I don't think it's as good as the first one, probably because it just feels a bit samey in places, but you can't knock it technically. And I did kind of get into the story. I did sort of care about the characters a bit, not a lot. I think there's things he needs to fix for a third one though, because he's got a third and a fourth coming up.
Do you think there's enough in there for a third and fourth?
Well, he's on about going off to a different tribe, and you see, you've seen water people, so apparently you're going to see these like fire people, and he said he's going to flip it on its head. So you're going to see where it's not all the Na'vi are good, and not all the humans are bad guys. He's going to flip that on its head.
Okay, fair enough.
That'd be interesting to see. But there are shots in it which are, and I think some of this gets lost in it. I know some people really don't like the film. I've seen a few people reading a few reviews. People have been down on it. There are shots in it which are gorgeous, but they kind of get lost in a lot of similar shots, because it's all water, it's all underwater animals, and it's 3.5 hours long, whatever it is. But there's some absolutely beautiful shots in it. They're really, really stunning. You imagine this on a massive TV screen at home. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Is there a kind of thing, do you think, where they could just put together an edit of all the fake nature scenes, and they'll just have like, like some people have a burning log on YouTube for 4 hours.
There are times it is a bit like that, where it's. I mean, you've always got like one of the characters at the forefront, but when they're underwater and you're seeing all these shoals of fish swimming past and stuff like that, it does make you think of like nature documentaries.
Wow. Well,
it's
go on then, Rob. How many? Let me think. How many moustache twirling bad guys in mech suits do you want to give this out of 10?
Well, the first one, when I first saw the first one, it blew me away. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was great entertainment, and I got super excited and gave it a 10 out of 10. After rewatching the first one, I think it's more of nearer a 9, really. But
still good.
It has got flaws in it. I don't think this one's quite as good, so like I said, it's 8 out of 10.
Cool. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe to see more of our content.